Hello, I am at 603 Golf Course Drive Northeast, and I want to give you a look at the neighborhood. It is a very highly sought after neighborhood in Fort Walton Beach. It's a beautiful neighborhood with sidewalks. This is a corner lot, so it is a good sized lot. Some nice mature trees, and the front of the house is very pretty. The roof is 2017, and insurance companies in this area prefer to have the roofs replaced between 10 and 15 years just because building codes change and you never know when a hurricane's coming through. So they want to make sure you're up to date on codes. Pretty front door. And the landscaping could use a little help, but it's not too bad. All right, so we'll step in the front door. And when you go in the front door, to the left is a wall, so we're not going to go that way, obviously. To the right is the living space. A nice bay window. This is a large space. There is a spot for the TV with the hookups all right there. And down the hallway there to the right, that's where the bedrooms are. And there's a bay window. The home was built in 1967. The windows are definitely newer than that. They don't tell me when the windows were replaced, but they look to be in good shape. And they're the fold-in to clean kind of windows. All right, so this is the living space. Then as we go through the living room, you'll see the dining area. The dining area has built-in shelves, or cupboards, I guess, cupboards and cabinets. So you can store dining room stuff in there, dishes and formal wear. All right, then we'll go down the hall into the kitchen, which is to the right. And as we're on our way down the hall, we'll notice a nice little key rack thing that they've made here. And it probably used to be an old telephone cubby. And so they've taken all of that out and made a little key holder area there, which is convenient because it's right next to the door to the garage. So we'll head out into the garage. Good sized 2-car garage. There's room to park 2 cars. I'm not sure about your vehicles height-wise. You're not going to get a giant vehicle in here, but it is still a good-sized garage that you'll get most vehicles in here and have no problem with room to get in and out of the vehicle. There is a door to the outside, and then this is your laundry area. When this home was built, they commonly put laundry areas in the garage to keep the heat out of the house. So it's very common in this age of home to find the laundry area out in the garage. There's a wash tub too, which is nice. The hot water heater is gas, and it on the label says it was manufactured in 19, but the homeowner on an information sheet in the kitchen says it was replaced in 2022. Those two don't jive, so I'm going to go with the date that's on the hot water heater itself. All right, go back inside. Put a lock up. All right, and then we'll go into the kitchen. Kitchen's got new cabinets, quartz countertops, new appliance. The stove is new. I'm not certain that the refrigerator is new. It's a gas stove. The dishwasher doesn't look to be new, but it is still a nice stainless steel dishwasher. The sink needs to be cleaned. Nice subway tile backsplash, a large style. There's the burners on the stove. All right, and we're going to look under the sink I don't see any evidence of leaking, so that's a plus. All right, and on the opposite side of the island is what you would call a hearth room. You could put a dining table here, you could put some chairs here and have it be a nice reading area. Since you've got a dining room adjacent to the kitchen, it would be a convenient spot just to have a little love seat and chair just for coffee, tea, and reading. And off of the hearth room is a pantry and a half bath. So it does have a window in the half bath, but it is obscured. All right. All right, so we'll go through the hearth room. And there is the first of two potential primary suites. This they are calling primary suite 2. All right, I'll share that with you, give you a chance to read it. Not certain what this room would have been when the home was originally built. It is, the tile on the windowsill makes me think that was original to the house. But I'm just not sure what it would have been for, other than maybe an additional bedroom. There are 2 closets, well, it's actually 1 closet with 2 sets of doors here, but a serious lack of hanging racks, so that's something that would need to be remedied. And then an ensuite with a single bowl vanity. Again, nice countertops, new cabinetry, and a step-in shower. This is a solid material. Does need some cleaning. You can tell down there in the corner of the shower that probably needs to be recaulked. And we will look again under this sink. And I don't see any evidence of leaking. All right. Slow closed doors. All right, off of primary suite 2, there's also a storage area. It's not heated and cooled, so it's not included in the square footage that's indicated on Zillow. It's just an extra space for storage. And then, interestingly, there is a shower surrounded here. Maybe that was for the pool. They don't, obviously it doesn't have a shower head anymore. They don't use it as a shower, or didn't use it as a shower. They used it to hang their pool stuff, swimsuits, towels, anything that was wet when they came in out of the pool. So they probably did use this door here to come in from the pool, and then stepped over here to take off their wet stuff. Towels are probably on the shelves here. All right, back through the primary bedroom number 2. We're going to go outside off of primary bedroom number 1. So, turn off the light in the shower, or in the closet, and we will go back through the kitchen. In front of us is the door to the garage. Take one good look in here again. The information sheet that they have available says it has a new pool liner, filter, chlorinator, and return jet valves, new cabinetry and shower surrounds, quartz countertops, scraped popcorn ceilings, HVAC 2023, gas hot water heater 2022, and roof 2017. So again, the hot water heater says 2019, so that's what I would go with. All right, so this is all of the living space plus a bedroom. Then down the hallway that has the remaining bedrooms, there's 4 bedrooms off this hallway, but it starts with a closet here at the front. Again, another very common aspect of these homes that were built in that time. Your HVAC is here, and it is the air handler is a big unit. I don't see anywhere on it where it says the dates. They had a termite inspection or treatment at the end of October. but there's nothing in here that tells me when this was done. I would have someone come in here and put in I think it's Safety is what it is, and it's a device that goes on the condensation, the drain line for the air conditioner, so that if it gets mold or mildew in the line, it doesn't back up. It'll turn off the air conditioner before the water can get to the point where it backs up into the living space. So that's a good thing to have put on there. I'm surprised they didn't put it on. All right. So further down the hall to the right is one large bedroom. With a standard sized closet. And across the hall is a good sized bedroom, not quite as large as the first one, but still adequate sized. And again, another standard size closet. Keep going down the hall. There is a linen closet. Nice deep shelves. As well as a secondary bathroom. Another single bowl vanity. New vanity. Let's look underneath there. No indication of leaks, which if it's a new vanity, there shouldn't be. This one, it says this bathroom was completely gutted and remodeled, new shower surround, new vanity, and quartz countertops. So yeah, again, a solid material. Nice deep tub. Looks like they retextured the walls too. And another linen closet. The third secondary bedroom, which is the corner bedroom, which is nice because it's got extra windows. About the same size as the second one that we saw. A little bit smaller maybe. But it does have standard size closet again with sliding doors. It's interesting that the wainscoting just kind of ends right there in the hallway and doesn't continue on down to the end. All right. The end of the hall, a large storage closet. Well, not large, a good-sized storage closet. And then primary suite number 1. Enter into this lovely sitting area where you'll find the primary closet and ensuite leading to your primary bedroom oasis. The ensuite has been completely remodeled with new shower surround with marble inlay and quartz vanity tops. So this is the walk-in closet for the primary bedroom. This would be a sitting area. I'd set up a coffee station in here, little beverage cooler. Just kind of have it be part of a getaway for you. And the primary bathroom with dual bowl vanities, nice arched mirrors, newer cabinetry. And a step-in shower. There's another storage closet. I think I'd put another shelf in there. And then the actual bedroom itself. I would say this was an addition. But again, it's hard to tell because it's got the tile windowsills, which is very common in a home that was built in 1967. So it's interesting. It seems like part of this house has been an add-on just based on the other houses that I've seen in the area. Yet there are certain aspects to it that make me think that it's original. Well, and certainly the brick on the outside. But that can be accommodated for on an addition. Let's step outside. Nice pool. The fence needs a little help. But this is really one of the larger pools I've seen in the area. Screened in back porch. No screen doors. They're using the magnetic, which aren't, these magnetic things are supposed to hold this screen together to keep pests from being able to get in, but I think that it's not wide enough. Oh, there you go. I would still get screen doors to put on there if you could find them that fit. This is the door to primary suite number 1. Over here, sorry. A little bit of yard. Still, it's not all filled up with swimming pool. Looks like the fence is... Let's see what we got going on over here. Okay, it's a chain link fence around the neighbor's yard. So they just connected with that. But the fence here, well, it's leaning over right here. That needs to be fixed. Not certain what that was. Obviously for a light of some kind, I would think. I'm not an electrician, so I don't know. But this was probably also... I think the diving board would have been at the end. I'm sure when this pool was made, they had a diving board. This is just a nice little patio area. And like I said, not an electrician, but it looks like it's for lights to me. And there's the condition of the fence. That's problematic. I don't know if you have pets or anything, but for me, the small dogs can get under little areas like that in the fence. Again, the landscaping is in rough shape. It's not on there quite right. It's a deep pool as well. All right, there's a side gate. That goes out to the side yard, obviously. The road here, I think it's, might be Fairway. Fairway. It leads to, as you can see, 3 other roads, so it is a bit of a throughway right here on this corner. Especially this time of day. Here's the exterior unit for the HVAC. This has a chain link fence exterior to the wooden fence as well. It would be nice to tear the chain link out and fix the regular fence and just have it be nicer than it is, but it works the way it is. All right, I'm gonna go back inside the house and turn off lights and shut and lock doors. I hope you're having a great day, and if you have any questions about this home or any others on the Emerald Coast, my number is 850-974-4649. 4890. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.